Yo, what up, what up? For Hype Radio, I'm Manny, and this is Soundcheck, a show that looks to discover the origin story of your favorite artist or major player in the music industry. We ask the questions that you always wanted to get answered, and you never know who may pop by. For episode 2, we have Murda Beatz and Smokepurpp, who just released their collaborative project, Bless Your Trap. The duo discuss finding their own sound, why some collaborative albums don't work, and the importance of flexing. Welcome to Soundcheck.
Smokepurpp, Young Chef, Hot Boy, Young Murda.
Nice. We're two of the hottest people right now. So I want to ask, first thing we always ask is origin stories. So Purpp, I'll start with you. Where are you from? How'd you start making music? Give us a whole breakdown.
Okay, so I'm Smokepurpp. Feel me? I'm from Miami, Florida, South Florida. You know what I'm saying? I was born in Chicago, Illinois, but I moved to Florida when I was about 3 or 4, and I grew up there. That's why I consider myself from Florida. I went to when I started rapping, I was going to American Senior High in Carroll City. That's in Miami. And basically, I really started producing at first. I started producing first. Before that, I did film and edit. So like I know how to edit like music videos and shit like that. I knew how to. Yeah. So basically, I started producing. And then I never really got good just because I was impatient at first. So I wasn't really able to get like nobody on my beats or nothing like that. So I just started using them myself and giving other ones to Pump and shit. That's like around the time that he made like Lil Pump in like elementary. And I was giving them to him, and then basically just after a while just like consistently making music and putting it out. It was like a snowball effect. Like it was just fans piling on fans until it became like an actual fan base, and then it started growing. Yeah, and I just kept doing that. So
nice.
So I got to this point.
Nice. Murda, what's your origin story?
All right, so I'm Murda Beatz. I was born in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, and I grew up in a small town called Fort Erie, probably like 30,000 people. My background, RIP my pops, he played guitar. He was trying to put me, he wanted me to play guitar at a young age, but I leaned more towards drums and shit. So I started banging on drums when I was 4 years old. Nice. Started playing drums like 7. And then I felt like I plateaued, and I started to like rap music more. Like when I started to just like get like a general knowledge of like what kind of music I liked instead of like what like was in my household and stuff. And then from there, I like stopped. I did like Travis Barker remixes on the drums, and then in grade like 10, my boy introduced me to FL Studio, and I was like, oh shit, this is it. So then I traded my drum set for an MPK Akai 49 keyboard, and then from there, yeah.
Nice. And how did y'all two meet?
It's crazy, like everybody's origin story is so crazy when you listen to it. It's like, damn. Like, we know, like, that exact moment that everything changed, you know what I'm saying?
Like I knew, right, like, the day my boys showed me FL, I'm like, yo, this is, like, I know I'm going to be producing music. And I was shit.
I remember when, like...
My beats were terrible.
I think that's the thing with, like, I guess, especially with social media now, that they always see the now, but it's always interesting to hear, like, how did you become Murda Beatz? How did you become Smokepurpp?
I actually didn't even give the switch until how I even started making music.
Ooh.
So it was my birthday, and I asked my mom for, like, a MacBook. She asked me what I wanted, and I was like, yo, I want a MacBook. And she actually got it for me, like, whatever. She got that shit for me.
Nice.
And then I started recording, like, on GarageBand, but I didn't have no mic. Like, I did it on the headphones type shit. Like, that's how I started recording. And then that's like, yeah.
Nice. How did y'all two meet? When did y'all first meet?
Around a year ago in New York.
Maybe a little over.
Yeah, over a year ago.
We've been saying a year, but low-key I think it was over. It's like probably a year and like 2 months probably.
Yeah, so we met at Jungle City Studios in New York. Actually, I was in one room cooking up, and then he was in the other room. And I like recently heard his music and fucked with it. And someone I was in the studio with, like a label guy, was like, yeah, you should go over there and meet him. So I went over there, introduced myself. He played me some shit. I fucked with it. I like gave him like a couple beats, and then I went back the next night, and like we both like he had his own room the next night, and I had my own room, and then he played me what he did, and then from there like we just kept working, and then built like a more like a friendship, and that's why our music is so fire.
How do you? This is an interesting question. How do you know when it's a friendship and it's a business ship? Like, to make up a word, lack of a better term. Like,
I think it's like a friendship or a business ship is because like it doesn't feel like you could just feel like the energy, like if it's not genuine, like or if it's like a lot of niggas will be acting weird, like you know what I'm saying, you could really tell. It's like the same thing like when you like meet somebody and you know they don't fuck with you but they're like being fake. It's like the same shit, like you could feel it, like you know what I'm saying. And then you're not able to work comfortable either. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you could.
Sometimes it can even be comfortable, but I feel like how you can really tell it's a business ship is like if they're like using you for something. You know what I'm saying? Like you might not even be cool with them, but then they just start acting super cool just so they can like maybe like get like a feature or like a beat for their album, or like you don't even like talk to them like on a like regular day basis or something. They'll just kind of like pop up every like text you like every other month or something to be like, yo, what's up? Like, how's this? How's that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's always like a ulterior, like a different motive to, you know what I'm saying?
Tell me about the night Bless Your Trap was born.
Like the day we that we like that we were just like, all right, let's make an album.
Yeah, that's the day where you were cooking up from scratch.
So that was we got invited to DJ Khaled's birthday party. Nice. In LA. So we were like, we told Purpp to roll, and then me and Purpp went there, and then we were chilling and shit. We were like whatever, vibing, all that. And then we ended up going to the studio from the party. And then we brought like some people back and like some girls and stuff, and we were just vibing. And
Oh, you want me to finish it?
Yeah. No, it was just funny. Okay. No, I was looking at it. I'm
listening. I'm like,
we were just vibing and stuff, and then I just started cooking up, and then I made the 1 2 3 beat, and then
so he made the 1 2 3 beat, and then from there, I remember like when he first made it, it was just like a smacking beat, like went from the sample to the beat, and then when I started writing. Like the way that I wrote it, I was like 1 2 3. I was like, yo, maybe we should like add like some little like snares, and I should start before. Remember when I said that?
It was
and I'm like, we should just start before the drop, and then when the drop comes, the show just sound crazy, and we did that. Like that shit was crazy, but yeah, we were in the studio with like a whole bunch of girls smoking hella weed, fucking popping hella Molly, popping hella beans. Not playing. and then yeah, so pretty much like I was writing while he was making it. And then when he was done making it, I went in the booth, and I told the engineer not to play it out loud. I told the engineer, I'm like, yo, just play it for me in the headphones so nobody could hear it. Because everybody was partying in there, so I wasn't trying to like kill the vibe or some shit. So I just recorded it in the studio, like only in the headphones where I could hear it. I recorded it, I went outside, and then I just played it out loud. And everybody was like, oh shit, like, damn, what the fuck? Like, nobody noticed I was recording. And then that's how that shit was made.
And it was so crazy too. Right after we're like, yo, we need to like put a snippet up on the gram right now. Yeah. So that's what that original snippet is. I'm like wobbling, I'm drunk as hell, and like it's just like
my boy Preem was there.
Yeah, shout out Preem.
You know
what I'm saying? And then that video was super viral. That video went super viral, and then like even a couple months later, we reposted it and it went super viral again. So that's when we were like, yo, we gotta fucking smash.
Nice.
Because we made one video go viral twice on the internet.
See, right now it's like, probably has like 50 million streams on SoundCloud, like 13 million streams on
Spotify. Crazy.
And it's only been like 20 days. It's only been like 20, like, you know what I'm saying? It's only been like 20 days.
It's really crazy because like
that's just probably about to go up like. It's probably about to go up like crazy. Like,
when did y'all be like, yo, I think we got something. We should do this album. When did that get decided?
That night. Yeah, because that night, like I was literally just making the beats from scratch, and then by the time I was done the beat, he would go in and cut the songs. So I made like the Do Not Disturb, and then we made like 7 other records that night.
Yeah,
it was crazy. So that's when we did that, and then like the next day I was listening to him and shit. I was like, yo, this needs to be an album. I wanted just that night, all the songs we did that night to be the album. I was like, yo, we need to do an album. Like I was trying to drop a shit ASAP, but then we just took our time and like plotted like a bigger move.
It was coming out so fire that we were like, yo, like, nah, let's take our time. Like, we got to, like, because it was just coming out, like, and every preview we would go, like, we would put up, because sometimes, like, we wouldn't even do, like, big previews like that. Sometimes, like, it would just be, like, on live, just playing the shit, like, and, like, anything that we would put up, it would just go viral, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, any little type of snippet that would go up, like, that shit would just go up, and we were like, all right, like, this shit is serious.
Yeah. A couple of questions. Is that happens frequently when there's like a party outside the recording booth and then you're recording inside? Is that like the natural vibe? Was it just the energy?
No, that's not. It's not always like that. It's like sometimes like we be working like alone sometimes, but it's like some nights that does happen and it's a vibe and then when it's a vibe, you just feel me.
Yeah.
You gotta hit a Murda and Murda drop that sauce.
And that's where I feel like the energy from those records came, like just like the energy of the beats and just like what Purpp did on the beats. I feel like everything just complemented each other, like with the vibes in the studio and shit. Yeah. But sometimes like it'll just be us in the studio cooking up and we'll make some crazy shit too, you know? So it just depends on like what kind of day it is.
I think what's awesome looking at this from the outside in is that this feels like a cohesive collab project, you know? There's some collab projects you hear just like, this is probably just made, this doesn't feel like it was like done well. Yeah. Like, do you hear that? Do you sense that sometimes with collabs?
I just think a lot of collabs sometimes don't make sense. That's sometimes a lot of collabs don't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's not really gonna click. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell when it's like not clicking because it won't go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Like this was just like very organic and like fun to make, and like the energy we put into it is just like good positive energy, like, and it's just fun.
This like every song is literally like Smokepurpp and Murda Beatz. Like it's not Smokepurpp, blah blah blah, Murda Beatz like featuring blah blah. It's Smokepurpp and Murda Beatz, blah blah. Like you feel me? Like it's like.
So I feel like just because like the energy we put into it and like just having fun like making the project.
What I'm trying to say is there's no Smokepurpp and then Murda Beatz on this project. It's literally Smokepurpp and Murda Beatz. Like
I feel like just like the energy we put into this project and just making it, having fun. I feel like that's how people are gonna receive it and they're gonna feel that energy listening to the project. And everyone's just gonna enjoy the album.
How did the title come about? Bless Your Trap.
Bless Your Trap's kind of like Purpp's brand, and he was just saying Murda Bless Your Trap on all that.
I said it in the beginning of a song. First, I was like, Murda Bless Your Trap. When I made Do Not Disturb. Remember?
Yeah.
On the original version, we almost even made that the hook.
Yeah.
On the original version.
It was actually hard.
Yeah, and then we were like, so that was in mind for a while, and then after a while, we were like, yo, we should just call it Bless Your Trap.
We were gonna.
He actually told me that.
Yeah, we were gonna call it Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
We didn't know, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, Bless Your Trap's just like, it's good,
right? I
was
like, oh yeah, that's straight. Yeah.
How do y'all? I guess when that happens, how do y'all know when to bring in somebody else, like a feature, or like how do y'all both like? Oh, I think this dude would be good for this.
One good thing is that we have like similar taste in like this music that we like. And we both know the people from like, you know, who we would want to like get on this. So
yeah. So
it's like we really could say anybody, and like he would know them or I would know them, and like we would both like the person because we could have similar taste.
Nice. Y'all both in really good points in your careers where y'all young and y'all booming. I guess what have you learned so far in your career, and what do you think you will need to get better to continue?
I feel like what I've learned is like consistency is key. If you lose your consistency and you start to go like down the hill, it's harder to come back up. It's twice as hard to get back up. So you just got to keep the consistency going. What was the other part?
What do you want to get better at?
Everything. There's always room for improvement, right?
Yeah.
I've learned so far in my career that like obviously like he said, consistency is key, and like to stay humble. That's a big part of it, because like just as fast as everything comes, everything could leave. So like you gotta like move the right way, you know, like make the right relationships, and like don't break the wrong relationships and stuff like that. Because yeah, that's one. And what was the other question?
What do you want to get better at?
What I want to get better at? I want to get better at pretty much everything I do. Like I want to get like better at writing music. Obviously, I want to get better at how I kind of flow, but like like in the melodic way. Like I want to get like at singing. Like I want to get better at singing, like how I sing. Yeah, I just want to get better at everything, producing, all that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Honestly, like another thing I want to get better at is I want to actually learn piano. I feel like that'll help my beats a lot, because I just like taught myself, like I make a lot of my beats on a piano, but like I just like taught myself kind of like what keys to hit. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned like drums by ear, and I just like taught myself how to make beats, right? So.
Yeah. Do y'all y'all like are everywhere? Y'all, I feel like y'all always busy. Do y'all take time out to like for yourselves to be like, yo, I need to just sit back and just get stuff right? Do y'all need to just do you ever do that?
All the time, like every time, like what? Every time I do festivals and shit like that, like when I go out like to do mad shows, I just like after that I always like being like, yo, I gotta go to LA and just chill, like, you know what I'm saying? I like, hell yeah, niggas get tired, especially yo after you do a whole tour, you can't just keep doing shows. You gotta just take some time like to chill sometimes.
I always be like taking breaks, like chilling. I feel like alone time is really good. Like I feel like you gotta know yourself.
But obviously, like making music, like you always gotta work. Like you always gotta do something. Whether it's like you're writing something, you always gotta work. Even when you're taking time off, you can't take time off.
It's like
you could take time off to chill, like off the shows and off all the like. You know, you don't always gotta be out there in the spotlight, because that's not even good. You know what I'm saying? Like being like that, like all flashy and stuff.
I've never had like a real deal vacation ever since I started like really doing
Either. I
this
haven't
shit.
had a vacation yet. I haven't stopped yet.
Like people was, oh yeah, you go to Miami or you go here, but it's always like work.
Yeah, it'll be like a day or two. It'll be like a day or two.
Work related.
Like it'll be like a day or two. Like you get me? Because you always still like have shows booked. Like yo, like our calendars are probably like in 2022 right now. Like type shit.
And even another thing too is like even if like I'm not, like let's say like I take like a couple of days off making beats, right? I'm still like networking, doing this, sending packs out, talking to this artist about this, putting this artist on this record, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because not only do you gotta have good relationships, you also gotta maintain every relationship. You gotta always like be in touch with everybody. You gotta like move the right way.
And that's working.
Yeah,
because
but people don't know that from the outside looking in. They probably think it's like all like cake and like easy. Like yo, like I wish you just get rich. Like hell no. Like you gotta stay rich too. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just.
Because in this music industry, like it's 80% business, 20% music, right?
Yeah.
So.
You know what I'm saying?
Is there stuff that y'all dislike since I guess being in the industry?
Man, I can't fucking go to like amusement parks and shit. Fucking get ambushed by the whole like everybody.
What'd you say? Is there stuff you dislike about the music industry?
About being famous.
Oh yeah.
About the music industry?
Music industry and being famous.
I don't
in general.
like people in the music industry.
What does that mean?
It's not 1,000. That's why.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of it feels like fake love, and like I'm not. When I look at other people, I know everybody else knows it too, but they don't say nothing. And I just watch other people like show each other fake love. And I don't know how they do it, cause that shit just so awky, like. And that shit, like I don't like that shit. I don't know how people could do that shit. Like, fuck with people.
I came up with Amigos and shit. Like I came up with people like down south, right? So like when I first started coming to LA and like just seeing how people moved and artists moved and like just like how like the industry would, like it's not like what I knew. You know, like I didn't even know there was songwriters. I didn't know songwriters existed until I went to LA for the first time. Cause I'm with the Migos, they freestyle everything. That's what I was used to, and like the work ethic, making songs quick and stuff. Then you go to LA and people want songs written by this writer and place it for this person. I was like, this is fucked. Like I didn't know anything.
I remember when I first found out shit was like. I remember when I first found out that like, fucking. People that there's people that it's already planned for them to blow up. Like,
oh wow,
there's people that it's already like they'll be like, all right, so around August this song is gonna come out and then you're gonna push that button and then you know what I'm saying, like shit like that.
Wow.
Like I know
producers ain't making their own beats, artists ain't making their own songs.
They're not making their own songs. Like,
wow,
It's some of these like big artists. It's not even their stories. Like
that's crazy. That's crazy to think about that. It's like somebody else's story being rapped through somebody else. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like that has to be like I don't know, but some sort of paranoia as an artist. Or like, yo, I don't know what's real and what's fake.
No offense though. No, I don't want anybody to get offended by that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You know,
if you have a writer, that's you. It's not nothing bad because I know it's a lot of people out there that got writers. Like
Murda, how did you meet Drake?
I met Drake a few years ago in Toronto, just like around like at like a party or whatever, this and that. And then I just pretty much, I was working with like everyone in OVO. Like I was like cooking up with Wanda. I was working with Party. I was like friends with everyone like in OVO. I was like started working with 40, and then I started working with Baca. And then he said Murda on the beat, so it's not, no, yeah, he said Murda on the beat, so it's not nice in a hook of a record.
Yeah.
And then Drake started really fucking with that. He started loving that record. That was like 2 years ago at South by. He was like bumping the shit. He's like, yo, this shit hard. He loved it. And then that's when we started like working.
Yeah.
I started sending him beats and shit. And then I got that placement on Views.
Yeah.
What I did with you with Party and Drake. And then from there, I literally like 2 weeks after that, Drake told me to pull up to his house, and then he played me back on road with Gucci, and he played me No Shopping with French. And then from there, we just started going crazy.
Nice.
So shout out to Drake. Like he's really like putting on like Canada in a big way and like helping a lot of people's careers, right? And like he deserves even more credit than he gets. So, you know, shout out to Drake, shout out to the whole OVO crew. Shout out to EXO too.
What is Canada's music scene like? I feel like it's, I don't really, nobody
Right
really knows.
Right now, like there's like a huge underground music scene in Toronto, and kids are getting buzzed. Like my boy Pressa, there's like Killy, there's like a couple other rappers that are like doing their thing, you know. But there's just like a big underground scene right now, and I just feel like there's like trouble for people, like they don't know how to really like get into like the industry because it's over in America, right? And in Canada, if you get a charge or something, if you get like let's say you get a DUI, you can't come to the States for 5 to 7 years, right? So there's a lot of artists over there that are buzzing, trying to get their shit popping, but if you can't cross the border, it's like it's really difficult to like make a career, like make money and generate income off of your music, right?
Yeah. Both of y'all come from places where, well, I guess South Florida more has a deep history in music, but now it's like very much with the internet is wide open. With artists can break out anytime, anywhere, any place. How would you?
Anyone.
Yeah. How would you, I guess, tell a younger artist to get to be seen or get known or just, I guess, quote unquote break out?
I mean, shit, nowadays, like, that shit could just happen in any way. Like, you could put a fucking video up of you taking a dump, promoting your mixtape, and you'll go viral. Like, so it's like you really just, like, I would say just really do you. Just do you, be you, and be persistent and be consistent.
You gotta be yourself.
Persistent and consistent.
You gotta be yourself. That goes a long way. Like when I was in Atlanta,
you don't want to be big, and then you're not yourself, and then you're uncomfortable all the time because you got to put on this persona type shit. That's a big part because I see a lot of people like that, and that's just like, I know that's just uncomfortable for them having to act like some shit they're not just because like they're putting on a whole act. That's basically like selling your soul. Like that's pretty much.
Like when I was in Atlanta, I was like,
so being yourself is a big part.
When I was in Atlanta with the Migos, I was never like trying to be someone else, trying to tell, yo, let me hold the strap or some shit. You know, I was just like I was just the funny white kid from Canada. You know what I'm saying? And but I feel like a big part of how you got to come up is just like using social media is like social media is like a big tool. Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, right? Because your network is your net worth. So you just build your relationships, and you got to show face. You got to pop out at places and stuff, right? Yeah. Build your face card.
Nice. All right. A few random questions, the light questions. What's the obsession with Fortnite? Like, I don't like. What is that about? Do y'all play it? Fortnite.
I've been playing it on my phone. I play PUBG on my Xbox.
What's that?
PUBG's like, it's like a Fortnite, but it's like real. It's like a Battlefield.
I've tried to play Fortnite, but I'm not good. So
I'm too wavy.
What are some games most artists play? You'd be like
2K, and 2K.
Artist plays 2K.
Who's the best and worst 2K player? Your face.
Best 2K player I know is Drake. This guy's fire. I'm never playing him in 2K.
He's good at Fortnite too.
Yeah,
he's good at Fortnite too.
He's a beast.
What's the worst 2K player? Your face.
One
of the worst.
Oh wait, I never faced Drake in Fortnite. I'm just saying he was good. But you said the worst?
Yeah. Who's the worst person you faced in 2K?
Corey Litwin.
Academics.
Yeah, academics.
Shout out academics.
Academics is trash at 2K.
What do y'all do when y'all not in the studio? Like, what is just some like a
Turn
passion?
the fuck up, hit the club, let the diamonds dance, because we don't dance in the club. We just stand there. You feel me? We let the diamonds dance.
Yeah, I got a lot of carrots, no rabbits though. You know. Happy Easter, bitch.
So who is Smurk and Purpp when y'all just regular hanging like outside of the studio, outside of the spotlight? What is some of the things y'all like to do? Some of the things y'all do?
Just vibe.
Yeah, we
Play video games.
I'm telling
bitches.
you, we literally make music. That's literally all we do. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we literally make music every day.
So
like, that's what we do.
So I guess after Bless Your Trap,
like, people don't understand, like, like when we be saying like, yo, we really work every day. Like, it's literal. Like, even if we don't record, like, he'll make a beat or some shit. Like,
we'll cook up at the crib, in the kitchen. I might set up speakers in the kitchen and just cook up.
So I have bitches in the, we'll have bitches and shit.
post Bless Your Trap, after Bless Your Trap, what's some of those things people can look out for? What are y'all working on?
I'm working on my debut.
Honestly, like, well, you can finish. I'll say that.
I'm working on my debut album, Keep God First 2. That's gonna come out this summer.
Nice.
And then I'm going on tour with G-Eazy, Ty Dolla $ign, and Lil Uzi.
Nice.
Begins like end of July or some shit. So that's gonna be dope.
Who you been producing for?
Who have I been producing for? Producing my own album. I've been producing for Smokepurpp. I've been producing for the Migos, Drake. Got a little something on Cardi B's album. Trav.
Shout out Travis.
Yeah, shout out Trav.
All right, so upcoming, I have the Monster Outbreak Tour. I'm headlining the Monster Outbreak Tour coming up in April. That shit's about to be lit. It's a worldwide tour. I'm doing the U.S. first, then I'm going like to a whole bunch of other countries. I'm already like probably like 60% done with like the project that I have coming after the one with Murda. It's called Purpp vs. Hell. That shit's got to be crazy as fuck too. We Murda's on there too. We've already worked like for my next projects, and then I have another project coming out after that. I got Dead Star 2 coming out also. We already been making shit for that. So it's a lot of shit coming out. There's a lot of videos, a lot of music, movies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of everything.
Another thing I got coming too is me and Marcelo Berlon are doing we're doing a collab clothing brand called Murda Berlon, and then we're gonna go on tour and DJ.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just gonna be wavy.
Nice. What is something y'all learned about each other?
Smokepurpp's a great guy.
Man, Murda's cool as fuck. He's pretty much just like me. That's why I fuck with him heavy, because the nigga's literally like me. You know what I'm saying? So I pretty much like know this nigga like he's my brother. Like,
yeah, we're like best friends now.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. This is awesome. This is great. Thank y'all for coming to the Scanner Podcast, HYPEBEAST Music Rate Podcast. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Bless Your Trap coming April.
Bless Your Trap.
13th.
Bless Your Trap.
You heard it here first.
Awesome. That's today's episode of Soundcheck. You can check out Murda Beatz and Smokepurpp's Bless Your Trap album on streaming services right now. You can listen to more episodes of Soundcheck and keep up with everything Hype Radio at hypebeast.com/radio. Subscribe to Soundcheck on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Overcast, and whatever you listen to podcasts on. Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at ECM_LP and follow HYPEBEAST Music for more original content and music news. Let us know who you like to see on the show, and thank you for listening to Soundcheck.